Hello and welcome to the Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli, where we bring to you the second instalment of the F2 World Cup. The first one was in 2024, only a few months ago at Macau, and if you saw how that one went, well, there was a reason why the 2025 one, which was originally not going to go ahead, has been moved, or is going ahead early on in the year. Of course, there isn't much room if you look at the 2025 F1 calendar to host this race, but now there is a need considering how much of a mess the last one was. The winners at the last one, Jack Crawford and was it Bortoleto? Yeah, the F3 champion Leonardo Bortoleto. Was it Leonardo? I can't even remember. It was Fornaroli. Leonardo Fornaroli. There we go. I don't know what letter was the other one. A bit stupid there. But anyway, let's go through your grid. No formation up today, just straight into the race. I don't know why, to be honest. But yeah, O'Sullivan, Mansell, Vips, Marty, Correa, Antonelli, Behrman. These two are in F1 this year. So that's a big surprise. Voisin, Bortoleto, Hajar, Martins, Mini, O'Ward, Lindblad, Dunn, Beganovic, Iwasa, Crawford, Fittipaldi, Gerther, Colapinto, Hauger, Browning, Dewan, Fornaroli, Solov, Tappanen, Herter, Aaron, and Miney. Herter and O'Ward, they've both got to be in St. Pete this time next. Well, I'm pretty. They've got to get to St. Pete as soon as this weekend's done, because they've got the first round of the IndyCar season. Of course, the grid is the exact same from Macau. I think if this race was going to be held later on in the year, I don't think that'd be the case, but it is the case at the end of the day. Yeah, a few drivers which are already confirmed into next year's F1 season. Doing, who else have we got? Colapinto's a shout. I don't know if he'll be in it or not. Iwasa's done a few F1 races already. Of course, he replaced he replaced Lawson, and whilst Lawson was replacing De Vries, because De Vries was elsewhere. Who else? Hadjar replaced Sonoda when he was out of a back injury. Behrman, he's never raced before. Antonelli raced where was it? India, when Vesti was elsewhere. I think he was at Mugello for the 4 hours. And also Jack Crawford raced India to replace Drogovic when he was also at European Le Mans Series. Because Crawford, the man who won the sprint at Macau, he crashed in qualifying. He could have had a decent qualifying session. Anyway, we are about to get going any second now for the second ever sprint race for the F2 World Cup. There's the 5 lights will light up. It's Kushmaini on pole, the Indian driver in the Campos Salva car. It's the light up, and it's lights out, and away we go. Ignore the fact all the cars are Red Bulls, by the way. R Factor is a brilliant game. But anyway, if they go into turn 1, Kushmaini keeps the lead. One of the other cars he's trying to go past. They're all cleanly through the first section though, as they head towards the next straight, towards the hairpin. Kushmaini in the lead. There's a few cars over back off. I think some cars had damage as they went through turn 1, 2, 3 and 4. As they go towards the hairpin where the long lap penalty is. We saw a weird crash through that part in the Junior GP race last year. Don't know why I brought that up, but anyway, as they go towards the chicane for the first time, how are they going to handle this? Let's see. Ignore the dodgy pictures as well. All pretty much cleanly through. A few cars off. A front wing went flying off back there as well. And I think someone's in the wall there, is there? I think someone's in the wall. Someone's gone off. Yeah, someone's gone off. There's one of the Aston Martins, I think. I just saw a glimpse. It's Oliver Behrman in the Ferrari, who will be driving a Haas next year, but for now he's in the Ferrari, in a Red Bull painted Ferrari. But who is it that's crashed? It is... Oh, there's a lot of cars. Cut the corner. Someone's in the wall there. Jack Crawford's out of the race. The winner of the sprint race at Macau is already out of this race. Don't know if there's going to be a safety car or anything. There's a bit of a mess going on in the pit lane at the moment. Not too sure what's going on. Voisin, the other Aston Martin. Colapinto's here. Pepe Marti. Is Christian Mansell there as well? Yes, he is. But it's still Kushmaini anyway who leads. Colton Herter and Jack Doohan, your top 3. These are the 3 currently. We'll get a replay shortly of what happened to Jack Crawford, because that was a bit of a mess going through the chicane. unfortunately, for the American. It's third time in an F1 race weekend, of course. This one's a bit different, of course. 30 cars for this one. He did alright in India. I think he got a point. I'm not 100% sure. They might have fallen off. Might have qualified 10th. I can't remember. No, Antonelli got the point, didn't he? I can't remember. Anyway, Herta in third. Doohan now in second. One of the Mercedes cars just behind. I think that would be Nicholas Solov, the Bulgarian. A lot of cars have gone a lap down, by the way. Is someone coming out of the pits a lap down? I'm not too sure who it is. But it is a car that's a Red Bull. I've got a feeling I know the issue, and I hope that for tomorrow's night race, all the cars aren't the same livery pretty much. I think it's because of some issue with the amount of pit boxes that's meant to be available for this track, and we'll have to go over that. But yeah, it should be fine because it's not a max amount you need for that one, according to the Formula E layout. Should we have a look at the replay? I think we should. So we've got Crawford out. Vosin stuck. Colapinto's out as well. Pepe Marti's in the pits. Mansell's just coming out of the pits. Antonelli's just come out of the pits. So Drew, 2 drivers currently out. I think Colapinto's out. Callum Vosin's stuck. Who else is that there? I'm not sure who that other car is. Oh, it's a Wassa. Ayumi Owassa's off as well. Anyway, let's have a look at the start. Oh, no. Do not want to do that. Let's have a look at the start. On board with Jack Crawford. So he started his cleanish start in 12th place. Let's fast forward it a bit. Let's just go to the chicane. It wasn't a safety car, so they're able to clear the car quickly enough. So he's got someone in front of him. He's about to be on the inside. Brakes very late into the Red Bull there. He almost hits us. Not sure who that was. He almost goes into him and coming back on the track. Oh, it's a big hit into the tyre barrier for Jack Crawford. Was that? I mean, in all fairness, he's rejoined the track unsafely, so I think he'll get done for that. Alex Dunn hits the back. They're all checking up. I think it's one of the Haas cars, that Red Bull looking car that went off. And then, yeah, I think that might be Gabriele Mini or Oliver Gerther. But yeah, Jack Crawford. I mean, let's just have another look. I think it's his fault, so I don't think there'll be any penalties for it because he has hit the wall from the unsafe release. He might get like, I don't know. So yeah, I think it's fine until he almost hits that Red Bull Haas maybe car. And then let's see, it's this Red Bull here. I've got a clue who it is. It might be Gerther, yeah. Oliver Gerther, yeah, he is gets driven into. That is 100% on Jack Crawford in my opinion. Anyway, let's go back live. Back on, nice. Gerther on 23rd. Colton Herta now leads this race. Miney down in 7th. He come into the pits, so maybe to get damaged maybe. Not too sure. No, he's just hitting normally. Strange that. I think any other DNF now we'll look at after the race because I want it, like, through obviously probably what's happened. They probably got stuck coming into the pits because our factor, as I said before, is a great game. I mean, could I use a set Corsa? I wouldn't. I think a set Corsa would be the better game to use. But I'm pretty much already settled on our factor. Like, I've got a whole list of tracks to use, and I think if I use a set Corsa, it will just make it a bit of a mess. But then again, there are a bit different sectors. We could just alternate. I don't even know at this point. That could work. Anyway, Colton Herta, the American, currently leads in the RB. I think it's a Trident RB car. Got Nikola Solov in the VAR Mercedes behind him. Of course, Herta was rumoured for an F1 seat a few years ago, but Nick de Vries ended up getting the seat because Herta didn't have enough super license points. Herta, of course, very close to winning the IndyCar Championship last year. It was that final race in Nashville that he won, his first ever over win, but it wasn't enough. Can he get the IndyCar crown this year? He's got the first race, of course, as I've already mentioned, in St. Petersburg, Florida, next week. As does Pato O'Ward, who's currently in third place, so the Rudin McLaren car doing good as well. And look how Yuri Vip's doing. In a kind of greeny Red Bull car. I think the deliveries are glitched, to be honest. 16th place. He's also potentially in IndyCar next year, or in next week. I don't know yet. Because of course he did Portland at the end of last year. He also did a few races at the end of 2023. But I'm not sure about 2025. Of course, it was very late last year whether some drivers would get a seat. And we know the whole team that hadn't announced its roster a week before the race. And the same, of course, actually left from Fantasy, Teo Chair. He said if he gets a seat in IndyCar, he won't do F1 Fantasy, so that brings up an opportunity for possibly maybe Gabriel Bortoleto or Frankie Colapinto maybe to get a seat. Or what this race is for, maybe Jack Crawford. Of course, we've already got a bit of a dilemma. The season didn't start till July, so none of that really matters at this point. Grid-wise, that's why no one has really been confirmed as of yet. There's a lot of pre-contracts being signed and there's a lot of pre-contracts being terminated, so as people choose who they want in their team. Of course you can only have two, and you've got I'll probably decide by maybe May, which is a few months from now. It's only February at the moment. Got a whole of March and April to go yet. Anyway, Yuri Vips, he's got a few cars in front of him. Big group, he's just holding off for now by the looks of things. Ooh, a big wobble there, big tank tap of a Vips. He is lucky. There's another Red Bull livery car. Gets past him. It was Vips, his teammate Crawford's already crashed out. Vips able to hold off whoever this is behind him. And oh, Herta, what's happened to him? Is he pitted possibly? I think Herta's coming into the pits. No, Herta! Oh no, what happened to him? He lost his front wing somewhere. Into the back of maybe that Duum possibly. Or is it Pato O'Ward? I don't know, it might be a lap car. Might be a different Alpine. I don't know who that could be. But he's hit the back of someone, and Colton Herta could be out of this race now, unfortunately, because when he's come into the pits, he's collided with whoever this is, and that stopped him from coming into the pits. And we've seen incidents like this numerous times before. Unfortunately, it's not what we want to see, because it does ruin races. All you have to do with a change of front wing, but now it's pretty much gone. Any chance of her to winning this sprint race. Of course, 30 laps of the E-Prix circuit. I'm not going too far, hang on. And there we go. Back live now, so who leads? It's Pato O'Ward, one IndyCar driver to another. It's the Rodin McLaren car. Paul Aaron in the VAR Mercedes. Very strong F2 season last year. I'm not sure if he'll be racing this year or just yet. I mean, maybe it's been confirmed. I don't know. I'm not really following it. It's definitely not October half term currently. Yeah, where's Vips? I don't know why I want to follow Vips, but he's not doing too badly, I guess. He's literally right behind us, Pack, so Getting overtaken by, who would that be? Fornaroli, yeah, the winner of the F2 World Cup 2024. And oh, a spin there. Vips has been spun round by Fornaroli. Drama here at the chicane, sorry. Is that going to be a safety car? Because Vips isn't moving anywhere. He's blocked Fornaroli. And now there's one of the McLarens. I think that should be Alex Dunn. Someone else has broken the front wing now. There's a big pile up at the chicane. Could we see a safety car? No, because Vips has finally got it back going. What happened there? Was it just a dive bomb from Fornaroli or what? I would say Fornaroli can handle Macau, but not a chicane at Misano. In all fairness, no one handled Macau. Everyone crashed out of it at some point. The race barely lasted that long. That's on Fornaroli, in my opinion. Could be seeing a penalty from for the Italian. Let's go on board with him. In the Dams, Haas. Ferrari. Let's see. Oh, he just hit this. He hit the curb. Just spooks. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it's Fornaroli's fault, in my opinion. Don't think he could have done much there. If it doesn't got any damage though, he just lost a lot of time. Let's go off board, see if that gives us anything. This is the original angle we saw it from. And it's, I don't know, maybe Vips could have left him a bit more room, but I don't think he could have, in all fairness. I wouldn't put that on Vips. I think it's more of Fornaroli. Vips can take a bit of blame there. And I think Antonelli, that was getting a bit stuck in the grass there. Oh, Vips going wide a little bit. As we fast forward a bit further on, almost straight on the chicane as well. Has he got damage maybe from getting spun? It was a big hit, in all fairness, to the rear of Vips' car. He comes out just behind someone. Big tank facker there. Vips currently in 16th place. He's leading. Still Pato Award. Not much happening. Hang on. Zach O'Sullivan started last in this race, by the way. He's currently third. And he's done that in 12 laps. I mean, it's been a messy race. Not as messy as Macau, obviously. And hopefully the actual race tomorrow isn't that messy either. Because I think the Formula Read Out was always going to be a bit touch and go, especially with the barriers and the chicanes and everything. But yeah, of course, this isn't the first time this circuit's been used for an F1 fantasy race. It was used in 2023 for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. That was won by Williams' Alex Albon. Albon also won at Monza last year. Wait, no, it was won by Joe Guan Yu. Where did I get Albon? Albon got pole and had that big accident on the back, not straight. Yeah, of course, it was Joe Guan Yu who won that race, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And then he also won the Saudi Grand Prix of that year and won the Samoan Grand Prix that year. And then didn't win a race in the whole of 2024. He did have an awful 2024 season, which is really surprising, especially after how good the 23 season was. He's now been dropped for 2025, and that just shows how you got to perform. If you don't perform, you get dropped. It doesn't matter how good your year before was. I mean, I think he will get a cameo race at the Chinese Grand Prix, kind of wildcard event, because Zane Maloney's racing in Formula E that weekend. And bit wide there. Is that Vips? Yeah, it was Yuri Vips. Very wide from the Estonian. Very wide, bouncing over those sausage curbs. So there's a whole car park now on the pit straight. We'll see who that all is. I think Herta might be one of them. Zach O'Sullivan now leads. I think it's Pato Award pitted. Where on earth is Vips going? Pato Award must have pitted. Hopefully He's not one of these 3 cars. He's currently 6th. No, he's not. He's coming out of the pits now. Almost a lap down. That's how long the pit lane is here. Zach O'Sullivan, the man that started right at the back, currently leads. Paul Aaron 2nd. Nicolas Solov, another Mercedes, took a tapping, and the Formula Regional driver currently in 4th place. Bit of a surprise there. Here's Yuri Vips. He's getting squeezed there, and he goes wide again. Oh, big crash! Huge crash for Vips. Huge crash. I hope he's okay. That was ginormous. He's still going. I thought he rolled there. He must have just avoided a roll. He is still going somehow. Yuri Vips, I thought, had a huge off there. We both make it back cleanly to the pits. Goodness me, that was huge. That was horrific to watch at first. I just thought, of course the camera isn't pointing at the barrier. I just thought it was going to be something just like, I wouldn't say like Albon, because Albon literally flew at the 2023 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix after getting the sausage curbs, and that just shows how stupid sausage curbs are. I mean, at the end of the day, we've seen it time and time again. Let's see what happened on board with Yuri Vips. If we know he's completely fine. Big hit on the wall. Let's go. So this goes wide on the sausage curb. Car almost rolls. It's the wall. I want to see that. We've got a decent spectator cam. I would doubt it, to be honest. Here we go. This will be a good one. Get ready. Jesus, a big hit. He's lucky he's still going. There was similar hit to what happened to let's go back. Let's go on board Lindblad. Let's go from this angle because why not? Oh, it wasn't Lindblad. So who was it then? I'm being told that Vip's got a drive-through for speed in the pit lane. So when he came in, he obviously sped, which is unfortunate. Was it Martins? I honestly do not have a clue. Here it is, and I'm not that. Oh, let's go to Manso. Okay, found him. Just watch. Oh, such a vicious flight there. In, let's go back live. Bit far off it. There you go, should be roughly the right place. Now, where is Yuri Vips? Currently 21st, coming out of the pits. After serving his drive through for speed in the pit lane, I assume. So, what lap are we on? He's on lap 16. Zach O'Sullivan, your race leader, he's on lap 19. So, he's now 3 laps down, unfortunately, which isn't ideal. But the American, who started at the back, remember, took in about 14 laps to get into first. The Williams Academy driver, who of course got dropped halfway through F2. It wasn't performance based, but it was monetary based. He didn't have enough money, unfortunately, to continue in dams. So he got replaced by, was it Mansell? I think it was Mansell who replaced him. I could be wrong, because then there was a bunch of people that came in with replacements. Because of course we had Niels Coolen, because of what's his name, Taylor Barnard, but he only did 2 rounds. It was awful. We've got, I'm trying to think who else there is. I literally can't remember. And where is Vips? Is he still very fast? We're doing too badly. Vips has spun. Vips has done like, oh, huge crash for Vips. Oh no. Must have been a failure there for Vips. something went there, and Yuri Vips is upside down in turn 1. They've got him the right way up pretty quickly, but the red flags are out. Red flag here in Misano for a huge crash involving the Estonian driver Yuri Vips. He's had an adventurous race so far. Almost flew, well, he did fly over the curbs, sausage curbs earlier, but that was massive. I don't know why the cameras didn't come off him earlier. Of course, what happens with a red flag is everyone stops where they are on track until the red flag is cleared. That was a huge crash. There's no barrier damage, so as soon as I think the driver is removed from the car, everyone's made sure he's okay. It shouldn't be that long of a red flag if Vips is okay, and I'm getting told that he is on the radio saying he's okay, which is good to hear. But that was a huge crash. We had a lot of big offs in Macau. A lot of big offs. Thankfully everyone's okay. I mean that crash was probably smaller than a lot of the Macau wrecks we had. But yeah, that was huge. 20 laps in, probably 17 laps in for Vips. But that was ginormous. You do not want to see stuff like that. We'll get a replay in a second. But the car just went as he went through turn 1. What was I actually talking about before that? I can't even remember, to be honest. What was I talking about? I'll go for a little break, and then if he's get any replays or anything, or if I remember what I'm trying to talk about, then we'll be back. Welcome back to Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli, where we are currently under red flags of a huge crash involving Yuri Vips after his car presumably had a failure and went spinning in turn 1 and then went barrel rolling, cartwheeling on the thankfully big runoff, because of course turn 1 isn't as far down, it's not as far down as normal turn 1 is for the big circuit. Thankfully avoided most of the camera stuff, which was obviously going to be there. I don't know, I need to have a look, to be honest. I'm not too sure what the layout is on the exit of turn 1. I think I was talking about Zach O'Sullivan and how he's gone from like, oh yeah, I was talking about the sorry about the F2, Neil's cool, I think we're done about, and then Colapinto got replaced by Goethe. Because I don't know what happened to Colapinto. He just went. I don't think he actually he definitely did not go to F1. Because of course this is F1, not fake F1, not F1 weird fantasy stuff. And I don't know that it's not in Mexico this weekend. Yeah, and then I'm sure someone else. Of course, Behrman had to miss Baku for an unknown reason for F2. So then he wasn't replacing Magnussen, because why would Magnussen be replaced? He hasn't done anything. He's just racing in F1 fantasy. Yeah, and then can't even remember. I'm sure someone else got replaced. Gabriel Mini, of course, from that. I think it would have been because only Mance or Lindblad didn't go in. Luke Browning replaced someone. I know that. Oh, Stanek went. No, Mansell replaced Stanek and Trident. Luke Browning replaced Zach O'Sullivan. There we go. Anyway, let's go have a look, see what happened to Yuri Vips. Possibly something to do with him getting on the sausage curbs. But to be honest, I'm not too sure. And let's just watch it off board once more. There's someone in front of him. to the 2 Red Bull coloured, almost 3 actually. All down there, and just went and lost the car, and then he bounced on something. It couldn't have been a sausage curb. Thankfully the safety team was right there to help him out, but I don't know, let's just slow it down slightly, see if we can see what he bounced on. So the car spins. I don't know what that bounced on, to be honest. But the car properly cartwheeled. And went kind of tyre first and then started barrel rolling. And let's go on board with Yuri. And the car just went. Barrel roll down. So let's just slow it down from this point of view. The wheel tips in reverse, so maybe when he went on the curb, the gearbox did some damage on the floor. Obviously bounced a little bit. I don't know what it bounced on, that was weird. Maybe it was a little small bounce. It just caught that curb the wrong way. Who knows? Who knows? Hugh Jackman. Have we got any onboards then? Marty. Iwasa potentially? Yeah, he was right in front of Iwasa. Hang on, let me... There you go, okay, so... You see him spin out. And then ends up barrel rolling. Huge off. Anyone further back? Maybe Pepe Marty could work. Marty might be able to see all of it from the front camera. Yeah, we can, so he just loses it. It's something. Very strange off indeed, that. I think that's all the replays we're going to give you, because we don't want to show it too many times. So if I can just do this normally, without making a mess of it. So, there we go. So where are our race leaders? Zach O'Sullivan, current race leader. Of course, we'll get we'll get a 1 minute and 30-second board once everyone's ready. I think they are pretty much cleared the car now. So I'm going to go for another break and we'll come back when the 1 minute board comes back out. Welcome back to Misano World Circuit. Marco Simoncelli. Hopefully it's the final time I have to go for a little break, because the 1 minute board has just gone up about 5 seconds ago, so we should be back. Oh no, now it's going back up the 5 second board for the 1 minute board. Okay, anyway, should we get back going in a minute's time, hopefully. So yeah, 10 laps to go. It will be, I think Zach O'Sullivan is around the final corner, maybe I think it's the hairpin where Vips had his bumpy adventure before his crash. Of course, if you are just joining us, we are under red flag because Yuri Vips had a big crash into turn 1 after something failed in his car, and he started barrel rolling over and over until the car came to a rest on the side of the track, quite far down actually. 15-second board has just gone up, so the cars will be getting back going very shortly. Just gotta wait for that to happen, and then I can go back to commentating for the final 10 laps. But remember, Zach O'Sullivan currently leads this race. And there we go, we're back going. Everyone back going now. Move almost immediately. Solov versus, there's that Tuka Tappen, and yes it is the Finnish driver, and I think someone went into the pits there. Further back. Yeah, one of the sort of rebel car that is Paul Aaron. So with the two Mercedes cars that touched each other. Everyone else still going though. Tuka Tappen in the Ferrari. Zach O'Sullivan in the Williams. But the Finn, of course, he's been in fracas the whole of last year. Didn't even win the championship. It was won quite comfortably in the end by Rafael Kamara, another Ferrari junior driver. It was between Kamara and Tappenden who actually was in this other seat. Of course, they had to pick an F2 and an F3 driver, and they went with Behrman and Dino Beganovic, two of their academy drivers. And then, of course, they had the two Frecker drivers as well to pick from. And I mean, in all fairness, Tappenden did do an F3 race at Spa to replace someone. I think it was, who was it? Solov, because he'd raced previously. It's why was some weird rule, in all fairness. I'm not going to be able to come in to explain it because it was a bit weird. But anyway, Zach O'Sullivan, the man who started at the back on lap 22 of 30. Not long to go at all in this sprint race now. Of course, a bit delayed because of the red flag. But can Tuka Tappen and take the lead off of Zach O'Sullivan. Of course, difference in the experience. I would say O'Sullivan is of course older. He raced in F2 last year. Tappen's probably raced at Misano before in like Italian F4 or something. I don't know what F4 he did before Frecker. I know Frecker aren't doing. I know he'll be in F3 this year. Frecker aren't doing. They haven't been to Misano before, I don't think. They're going to Misano for the opening round this year, but they didn't last year. Yeah, I'm correct. Of course, Tuka Tappen ended up finishing third at the end behind James Walton as well. Unfortunately. But yeah, Rafael Kamara did win it. As he raced there, he raced in Italian F4 and Euro 4, so probably did race at Misano once or twice in his career. There we go. 3 races in Italian F4. Of course, they have 3 races in the season. Zach O'Sullivan, I don't know if he's raced there before, to be honest. Just searching up with Zach O'Sullivan. Oh no, O'Sullivan's British. Where did I get these American from? Probably because it's Lucas Oil Dams. Who's ART? Where did I get these? It's Crawford that's Dams, isn't it? I am quite stupid. But this guy won 2 races and getting dropped. I know it's not his fault, but still. Yeah, if he was in British F4 GB3, then yeah, he's never raced in Misano before. He was second in F3 in 2023. 14th. Well, it would have been less than 14th, but there we go, racing through turn 1, took a Tappanen going for the lead. Solov's trying to get past O'Sullivan as well. Tappanen leads in the Prema Ferrari. The VAR Mercedes, the Bulgarian. 2 cars in 1. Is that going to be a move? Yes, it is for Solov. Almost. He got one more corner to try and keep in front of the Finn. But the Bulgarian's going to do it, is he? No, not quite. Took a Tappanen and able to hold off the rapid Bulgarian of Nikola Solov. He's one of the youngest drivers in F3 last year. Of course, 2 years, still one of the youngest, only 17, no 18, sorry. And he's had 2 years in F3. People say maybe that's a bit too much. I don't think that's a bit too much for him, in all fairness. Oh, and into the pits comes O'Sullivan. He actually retook the lead at some point. Into the pits comes the British driver. Tappanen now leads, of course, from Solov. But yeah, just looking at Solov's results, never raced at Misano either, so... No, he hasn't. Okay, that makes sense. So you get all that's Alex Dunn, I think, in the McLaren. I don't know who the other McLaren driver is. Who's the F2 driver? Do not have a clue for some reason. But Solov in the lead now from Tuka Tappanen. Is McLaren going to do it? It's Pato Award. No, it's not. Award's miles off. It's probably Alex Dunn a lap down. Yeah, it is. 2nd place in a lap down. That's a surprise. Who is the other McLaren driver? If someone came into the pits there, I'm not focused at the moment. Who is the other McLaren driver? Oh, Bortoletto. Idiot. It was also McLaren Junior. But Tappanen leads. Solov just came into the pits. Not long to go now. I think Tappanen might pit, but I'm not too sure. Did he pit earlier on? I can't actually remember. But he's got 27, 8, 9 and 10. 4 to go after this one. Well, 4.5 because he's only around halfway on the lap. Tappanen, he's doing well so far. Oh no, Tappanen! Oh, big hit there. Tappanen, there's something going on. Oh, there's a big pile up at this chicane. We could see a red flag maybe for the 2nd time. What's happened? Is that Alex Dunn? There's a Ferrari stuck there. Dino Beganovic is out of this race. And it's caused a massive pile up. And his teammate, who was in the lead of the race, his race has been ruined. What happened to the Swede? There's someone trying to get past him. Oh, his rear wing's already gone. Oh, it's a shame. So what happened to him then? In P12 with a lot of damage. This is before the red flag actually. What happened to him? Oh, what on earth happened there? Gonna pile up on the main straight. Ah, it's just a mess. It's just bring. What is it with people incapable on F2 World Cups? In all fairness, I've never driven this car before. But what happened to Helga then? The Norwegian. Oh, gee, that's a huge crash. It's just after the red flag, I think. Oh, he's already been hit by someone else, and I'm not even going to comment on that, Dennis. You see, if they coded the AI to move away from the car, honestly, who is that? Mini? Oh, Jesus. Do me sideways. Get a smile. Let's reverse out on the track. Honestly, I don't know who it is. I honestly don't care. But why? Anyway, we're missing vital racing action here. I kind of forgot how close to the end of the race we actually are. Who's leading? Pato O'Ward in McLaren. Very close to the end of the race now. It'll be 2 to go at the end of this one. Got to fast forward it so we can stay live. We'll get loads of replays eventually. 2 to go though. Now Pato O'Ward is on board with him live currently. The McLaren driver is about to win the sprint race. He has been heavily linked in the past to a seat in Formula 1. Pekka Tappanen's in 5th currently. He's still driving with all that damage somehow. Don't know how, but he is managing it. Pato O'Ward though, where is he on track currently? I'll have a look what corner number that is. Where is he? Going through the 8-9 chicane where that pilot was earlier on. Thankfully no safety car or red flag are needed. Everyone was able to sort themselves out. But what a mess this race has been. But the Mexican driver Pato O'Ward hasn't been to Mexico since 2022. They are trying to bring a race back on in Mexico City in 2026. On the 1988 layout of the track. They are trying to see what other layouts they could use potentially for a sprint race, but who knows. But anyway, through turn 1, 2, 3 and 4, Pato O'Ward, he's done brilliantly. He didn't start near the front, he started around the back. He didn't even qualify, I don't think, for the Macau Grand Prix 2024 F2 World Cup. They go through the long-term 5 hairpin, turn 6 and 7 are the next two. The long lap loop is. Thankfully I haven't had to use it, mainly because it's not in the rules to use that long lap loop. But yeah, 4 in early by the way. I don't know if it's been announced. We're giving them £10,000 for spinning Yuri Vips. And then apparently no other investigation can be done because I think they're investigating the race. So I don't even know. Let's just hope that nothing like this happens tomorrow. But as they go through Pato O'Ward goes through 11 and 12, where the attack mode is on the circuit. They can't use that, of course. But they go through as he goes through 13 and 14. The Mexican, it's the first time a Mexican driver has won since Sergio Perez a few years ago. Pato O'Ward's going to cross the line. He's going to win the sprint race at Misano for the F2 World Cup. What a race the Mexicans had. It's been a long one for a sprint, of course, with the red flag. But what a race O'Ward's had there. The McLaren driver, who's got an IndyCar race to start his season off in that, hoping to be champion. Could he be the F2 world champion tomorrow? He's won the sprint. Max got 8 points towards the overall championship for the F2 World Cup. Of course, the main race is what you want to win. That's how you win the F2 Grand Prix. Is that even how it's worked? I don't know, to be honest. But anyway, I haven't mentioned that both on the podium. Paul Aaron second, finishing just behind O'Ward in the end. Zach O'Sullivan third. Nicholas Sullivan's up fourth. Tappan in fifth. With all that damage. Luke Browning just crossed the line in sixth. Here's Gabriel Bortoletto. Why has everyone got so much damage? Why don't they just come into the pit? Is that difficult? I think Bortoletto already finished, to be fair. So he should be coming into the pit at the end of this lap. Wait, no, it doesn't. Okay. But O'Ward's already pitted. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh god, I'm too tired for this, and it's pretty early in the morning. Don't know if out. It's not early in the morning. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, so let's have a look then. Let's some replays. I think the race is pretty much over now. Why is there an Aston Martin crawling? That'd be Callum Boysen. What's happened to him then? No, let's start off from the bottom. Well, actually, I want to make sure the race is over first before I start looking at replays. Done. I'm gonna fast forward it. I think we're pretty much done now. Oh god, I need to. Let me have a quick drink because commentating for about half an hour does a lot on your throat. Anyway, Frankie Colapinto, he was the first one, not including Jack Crawford, to crash out. So it seems all fine. Currently in P10, the Argentine. Did quite well in the FG World Cup in Macau. Did not crash out early on. Ended up, I think, third was he, or second? I think he'd have won it actually, but ended up finishing second. And then his front wing. He was one who lost his front wing there, and so Jack Crawford going flying straight on. And then what happened then? Who did he hit? Oh, probably a Red Bull car, to be honest. Oh, that's a bit of a mess, that. Yeah, that's our factor being our factor, to be honest. Can't really do much about that. I'm assuming that just DNF'd him on the spot. Get stuck on the wall. Oh no, that's what happened. Got hit by someone. That Hadjar? I think it might be an actual Red Bull car of Isaac Hadjar. Yeah, it would have been. That's what would happen. So he's blocked someone from coming in. And he's off the track, goes right into him. And that ends his and Colapinto's race. But they're basically over anyway. Oh, it's a big hit. I didn't see that. Why did I miss that? Lucky that tyre stayed on the track as well. Anyway, Colton Herter, he's the next one to DNF. It's a shame because he was doing quite well. Moving third, of course, as you can see. And then tried to come into the pits. I wonder why some of them DNF'd and some didn't. But okay. I'm sure when he just got clattered by someone maybe. Reversing onto the track. Oh, is he the one who got clattered by Mini? It might have been. There he was. So he was there for ages. He might have removed his car after a flag. That's a big hit though. Especially from Hauger, so I hope Herter's okay. Should be fine, I think. I think he is fine. But, wow. Fittipaldi's up next on the list. He didn't finish. It's a simple case of getting blocked, I believe it is. How do you have damage? Oh, it's a pile up. There's that one. And in all fairness, he's down as not classified, not DNF, but that pretty much will be a DNF in the end. Kushmini, the pole sitter, another one. Where's the Indian? Here he is. It'll be the same. He's also down as a not classified. Vips, we know what happened. Iwasa, I think, is in this little bit. There's the Japanese driver. There he is. Oh no, he's still going. I think he is just a lot of that. I know. He did join them eventually. I don't know if that's above that, to be honest, but yeah, probably know what happened to Hauger, Mini and Bogdanovic. Did anyone else crash out? No, they didn't. That was everyone. So yeah, let's go through your results then for your sprint race in the F2 World Cup at Macau. Have we got a fastest lap? Yeah, we have. It was Oliver Behrman, but no point anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Your results then: Crawford, Colapinto, Hadjar, Herta, Fittipaldi, Miney, Vips, Iwasa, Hauger, Mini, Vozin. I think he also DNF'd. Thought to check him though. Yeah, Vozin, Bogdanovic. They all DNF'd. And actually, what happened to Vozin? That's not Vozin, that's Iwasa. Apologies for this, I kind of forgot to check. We're in the pit repairs. That's all fine. What happened? Oh, he got pushed into pit. He didn't want to come in. Yeah. That's why he DNF'd. Okay. Moving on. Bogdanovic, Marty, Behrman, Doohan, Goethe. Who else was a lap down? Mansell, Antonelli, Martins, Correa, Fornaroli, Lindblad, Dunn, Bortoletto. No, Bortoletto's fine. But everyone's done with a lap down, and then Bortoletto, Browning, Tappanen, Sullivan, Aaron, and O'Ward is your top three. So Dunn and Up are on the podium. Fornaroli got a penalty. I don't think it actually mattered in the end. But yeah, that is your sprint race. Very messy sprint race for the F2 World Cup. Is it Emilia Romagna Grand Prix? I think it is again. Not Italian Grand Prix because that goes to the race at Adria. Wait, no. Is it at Adria? Yeah, it is at Adria this year. Yeah. Meant to be the San Marino Grand Prix. I got postponed to 2026. But yeah, okay. So we have night practice. That isn't broadcasted, but if you do for some reason care, that is at 5 o'clock UK time, 8 PM local time, and then qualifying is 10 AM UK time, 11 AM local time, and then the Grand Prix 4 PM UK time at 5 PM local time will be an evening race going from day to night. So we'll see you for hopefully cleaner race then.